I'm not gonna say ties to slavery, but
it,
I think the same
some elements, right?
inhumanity that was given towards these animals is the same thing that allowed slavery even to be a thing in the way that it was.
Well, that's my point, because slavery, it was a choice. Like,
Are you Kanye? What do you mean slavery was a choice?
Oh God.
They're set up differently.
And I know
That's
some schools are starting to teach that. Like, part of their business school is like, businesses have to be responsible customers. But I'm gonna say this: anything.
How do you
commercial,
define responsible? Because even the sustainable farming or fishing that they were talking about is just more ways to make money and turn a blind eye to the bullshit that's going on.
Right. And I mean, if we're talking about Seaspiracy specifically, at some point when you're watching that, you have to be like, should I be eating fish? Like, I support an industry. Because even, you know how you just said it ties to slavery, right? Well, one thing I just saw was interesting.
I'm not going to say ties to slavery, but I think the same
some elements, right?
inhumanity that was given towards these animals is the same thing that allowed slavery even to be a thing in the way that it was.
Well, that's my point, because slavery, it was a choice. Like, people forget that these people...
Are you Kanye? What do you mean slavery was a choice?
Oh, God.
Wait, I need you to be very clear where you're going with this.
Listen, fake woke motherfuckers that like taking slices of what people say. What I was trying to say is that the people who participated in slavery, the slave masters and the companies, it was a choice they were making to say they knew what they were doing, right? Like, when you woke up in the morning, you weren't like, you know what? I'm benevolent. I'm taking care of all these people who are making me millions of dollars in the 1800s, right? Like, you
I don't want to do this shit. We're short on labor. This could get us money. We'll just kidnap some people.
Right.
Problem solved.
Right. And so even commercial food, period, is a choice. Like, people are making the choice to say, we'll kill 20 dolphins for 4 tuna. We will...
But the thing about it is, like, the same way your hip bone's connected to your thigh bone, right? Yep. All that shit. It's no different with the way that the entire earth is set up. Like, everything is interconnected. If you watched Avatar, like, come on, watch that shit again.
What?
Avatar.
That's what Avatar was about? I thought it was a love story, and they were trying to get mine.
It was about...
I'm joking. Okay.
It was love and basketball without the basketball. Right. In the rainforest.
That's how they pitched it. They were like, we got this $400 million movie. It's just like Love and Basketball.
Minus the basketball.
Minus the ball.
Yeah.
And aliens.
Yeah, so, like, everything is interconnected. And I think humans just think we're so at the top of the food chain and we're so much smarter than everybody. All the while, so smart that we're fucking ourselves over.
Absolutely.
Like air pollution, the ocean. I didn't even realize that they were saying that once the ocean dies out,
we'll die.
We're killing everything at such a ridiculous rate. We're scooping up in huge tank-sized masses everything from the ocean floor.
Wait, and you saw how, like, part of the reason they, like, fish are so expensive or they do what they do is because they've overfished for so long that it's harder to even fish, and they still take thousands of fish, right?
And they don't even use them all, though. A lot of it just goes to waste. Or it goes
into crazy shit. Like, to be very real, your dog doesn't need salmon in its dog food.
We don't need salmon on our plate every day.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the tricky part, right? I get it. So people look at me crazy. Easy for you to say, Jynxx, because you don't eat shit. Yeah, but... meat was not, like, you don't have to have a steak for dinner every day.
Correct.
It's not even healthy for you to have a steak for dinner every day.
Well, I don't know about that, but you're right. You don't, I mean, we eat too much.
And the fact that the United States alone is so far overweight, it ain't gonna hurt nobody to cut back a little bit.
Keep the cameras up above myself. But, no. Well, I agree with that, but also it's not sustainable, right? Like, one of the real reasons all the money's behind, plant-based foods is because as poorer countries get richer, they start eating more meat, and the world can't sustain that.
And then the first world countries won't have any. Aw, it feels like the first world countries would be like just taking all they can take and then finding.
Oh, God, yes.
Because even the plant-based, like, plant-based, and I don't really subscribe to any of the labels. Vegan, vegetarian, plant-based is iffy and tricky because all that stuff is still made in a lab somewhere.
Yeah, well,
like I look at the back
I'm
of
an
these.
omnivore, baby. You know what I'm saying? I eat everything. Everything, you know.
Ha! Exit stage left. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, but all the labels are tough because even like vegetarians, they said the hardest core organic people were like thinking this was a way to save the earth, and they realized it was so difficult to do in our modern world that they can't scale it up. Like, and so it becomes
suppliers, you mean?
Yeah, like
not the actual not the vegetarians themselves, but the people in the industry producing vegetarian.
The company that provides food for vegetarians can't scale that up for millions of people.
I think we've dug ourselves into a bit of a hole.
Yeah. And we've gotten so used to cheap food that we couldn't afford it if we tried to be sustainable.
But the one lady said something about subsidies of, what did she say, $35 billion of subsidies into the fishing industry?
Yeah.
What to keep the prices low?
Correct.
What? And then she contrasted it with a $30 billion, I think it was billion, right? $30 billion is the ticket, the dollar amount that they've established could combat world hunger.
I mean, listen, that's what I'm saying. This shit is listen.
I was
one of those people who I would have defended capitalism hardcore 10 years ago. Like,
tell me why.
I'm indoctrinated. I'm a finance major. I think one of the best, not COVID, one of the best things about capitalism in the free market is that really good stuff gets pushed out, right? It does push innovation, right? However, it's a fucked up system. Like, there's winners and there's losers, and all we care about is the winners, right? And that's just not, like, we need everybody in our society. I mean, there will be, with technology, the way things are going now under capitalism, there will be hundreds of millions of people on Earth that have absolutely no skills. Like, what are we going to do when we get there?
We all just going to die.
And our system, yeah. I mean,
die.
or
when the pandemic happened, it was so beautiful to see how quickly the Earth recovered. If you looked at California, right?
Yep.
In a matter of 2-3 months, the skies cleared up. It was a completely different ecosystem. That's what it's going to look like. That's going to be end of days, and we're going to be like, everything has died out on this planet. We've got nothing left, and after we're gone, it will replenish itself. And hopefully there will not be any ignorant humans on this ignorant level.
Oh, there will be, because we have millions of guns. So
maybe they won't know what to do with them, because they got to start out somewhere. Maybe if we do come back, it'll be a whole nother, caveman situation, Neanderthals, and then we have to evolve. Maybe the monkeys then will create us again, or not again, whatever.
And they'll be like, stop.
Somehow.
That was from Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I don't really
Caesar was like, stop, or no. Okay. Yeah.
But it'll be like, what is it when you get like a flashback of something that you feel has already happened?
Deja vu.
Deja vu, thank you.
Yeah.
These foreign words get me every time.
Yeah,
I swear I sit down at this table and I lose my vocabulary.
Yeah, well,
every
and
time.
You're foreign. That's the thing. Like, you really should have.
Dre. It just knocks the words
Well,
out.
that happens all the time.
Hate it when that
I'm
happens.
used to it, yeah. People don't know on this show we actually have to edit a lot of it because the words.
Lies.
Okay.
Y'all leave all that shit in. I'd be like,
wait, can I tell, this is what's so awesome about this episode? This was not our plan at all. We're literally talking about what we saw on Netflix. And it spawned into this.
I guess we are in production.
Oh, God, we've been filming the whole time. And so, welcome to the Good Negroes podcast. So now
that we covered both of our topics in one segment. No, that's not true.
What we're going to do is we're just going to have Griff change like the settings
order
on the camera to change our clothes to different colors.
He's like, the hell you are. Like, y'all don't pay me enough for that.
Yeah.
Speaking from someone who edits professionally, and like, no, we'll not be doing that.
I was like, Jynxx, you edit professionally?
I do. A lot of my work is
Jynxx, I had to edit. I had to edit the
I'm not
film.
talking video. I'm not talking video.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
graphics space.
Awesome. Yeah.
And if I do, when I do edit, like that cell phone is a waste for me. I sit down on my computer and I do this stuff.
Yeah.
So technically I have the ability, but
All right.
if you can do it in 5 minutes and I got to upload it to my computer.
That's why we're a team.
Go for
You
it.
know what? We're good Negroes. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't need, first of all, you don't need any more to drink. Because I heard it this morning when I called you. Dre, you up? After ignoring my text message from an hour before. I
Really?
was like, I bet you. Oh, you still didn't? Damn iPhones. Go
Wait,
get yourself
no.
a
I
Droid.
want me to tell you why. Because
Why?
I drank more than I should have last night.
No, I'm clear. I need to know because I could tell. I knew in my spirit that you were hungover.
Have you ever seen this on a phone?
Oh. What did you do?
All I know is
know.
When I woke up at like around 2 or 3 on the couch, I was like, let me get my phone. And I was like, what is that food on my phone? And I had this slight memory of, oh my God, I was thinking about putting my phone in the microwave. And I put my phone in the microwave last night. I have no idea what I was thinking.
Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait.
Do you realize
Was your phone in the microwave when you realized where?
It might have been in the microwave when I found it this morning, or
you don't even remember this morning.
And that's the thing, I wasn't blackout drunk.
How,
well, obviously I was, but
how were you hungry for your phone?
I have no idea what I was thinking about. And this has happened before.
What drugs? Who slipped you a what?
Maybe so. Thank God for auto drive.
Who was you with? I got
by myself.
questions.
That's the thing. Listen, I have had nights where I woke up in the morning and found all of my clothes in front of the microwave. And I'm like,
what is it with you and your microwave?
I don't know.
Dre?
I don't know. I'm like, and you're like,
your microwave is high, so you don't have the luxury of like.
I've found stuff in the oven before. I was like, why? And it'll be something weird. Like, why did I put the tennis racket in the oven? You know? So, they're about to be laughing at Sprint. I don't even really know how to explain this.
I bet they've heard it all.
I'm gonna be like, she was going through my phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? She put it in the microwave.
The hammer, I couldn't find the hammer. The microwave was closer.
Yeah. No, she was going through my phone and I'm gonna blame this on a woman.
She sabotaged. Okay.
Correct. Because this might be against my like $100 and get a new phone insurance plan with them.
I'm pretty sure that microwaving your cell phone is not on the list of covered issues. I'm guessing.
And the phone, yeah. I mean, that was a terrible, terrible thought. Like I have no idea.
I just wanted to see your face when you saw your phone in the mic. I would have paid for that, Dre. I legit would have paid money for that.
Yeah. Well, I was drunk. Thank goodness for this nameless sports drink that could be one of our sponsors one day. Because, there's no more free advertisement going down at the Good Negroes. You want to get on here, we will CG. That's why you have to hold.
CGS?
Well, no, you can CG a label onto here in the commercials.
So we're going to put the Good Negroes label on here?
Or whatever brand of sports drink this is.
Or just Good
It could be the one.
Now.
Okay. Oh, it's ours. I like it. See? That's why you're in marketing.
Yeah, I'm not in marketing. Actually, I'm in branding. But
I'm sorry. You know what? Tell us the difference since we're here.
This is the easiest way for me to sum it up for people. So branding is a lot of your visuals, a lot of your, like the emotional connection that you have with customers. So it's your propositioning, it's your brand story, it's people think of colors, logo, and all of that stuff, right? And so that's a way for you to connect with your target audience. Once you know who your customer is, how do you speak their language? Marketing, on the other side, goes and takes what you've created with your brand and actually finds those customers. So it's more in ad spend and stuff like that, right?
Okay.
And tracking, analyzing, and blah, 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 blah. So
Now that makes sense because that's what my marketing classes and my capitalist education were all about, actually. Because my marketing classes were almost like finance classes. Like they were very numeric and how you do this. So if you work in marketing at Coca-Cola, you're not like doing advertising. It's not like, yeah.
Whereas branding and things like that is very much emotional. It's psychological based. It's like feeling, like how does your customer feel? How can they feel you and like create some synergies or attraction.
Is it kind of like these Good Negroes podcast cups that we're selling for $10.99 each?
I didn't know that. Griff didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Does Fee know about
Now
this?
we're gonna have to find. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a sustainable company that can make these
Look,
for
I'm
us.
over the word sustainable. That's just a whole bunch of BS.
That is.
So you had fun, got drunk last night.
Yes.
I fell asleep on the couch.
Okay. At what time?
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Are they? Oh my God! They're killing someone on our set. I hope I don't have to protect them.
Cut.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of production, nigga.
It's fine.
No.
He has.
No,
Yeah, he'll pay the fine.
He'll
He'll pay the fine. Yeah.
I'm not that nice.
No. It was like we pay for this.
Let me scratch out this good shit right here.
Yeah.
The Negroes
We just,
podcast.
now it's just gonna be the Negroes.
Shit.
Did y'all delete that part?
No.
No.
I'm on TV.
Give me $1,000.
Yeah.
There you go.
$2,000.
Oh yeah, and also my fucking pistol fell out of my shit last night too.
Segue to your pistol. Good timing.
No, it
I
made me
like
think
it.
about it because. Oh yeah, no.
Wait.
I've
Okay.
always
So
said that.
your gun.
My gun came out, and I was walking away, and there were these young women that obviously they were like, I was talking with them, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, sir.
Feeling
And then
old
they
as hell.
insulted me, right? She's like, I think you left your 25. I'm like, that's a 380, lady. It's just a small one.
That's
It's
what
one
he
of the
said.
ones, well, I mean, it would,
It's a full caliber. It's just on the small
Mm.
side.
hey, but it's how you do it. That's what I told him. I said, it's how you wield this little thing, you know?
Paper cuts hurt too.
And I'm putting, I'll put all 7 in them. That's how you got to use it.
Oh God.
So, yeah, so it started off with that. Then I thought
So,
I lost
sir,
my phone.
So you picked up your gun. How does one? Isn't it supposed to be secured to your person?
I'm never going to put it there in that position.
Huh?
I'm not going to holster it in the position I had it in.
And
I
so
mean,
you lost it,
rarely-
you picked it up.
Yeah, thankfully.
That reminds me of a video Griff shot about a guy who lost his wallet. Were you that guy?
I've never lost anything in my life.
You would have that night
Yeah,
if they
well,
had
I
it with him. Like,
didn't. That's the
sir,
thing.
excuse, oh man,
Right.
come get your stuff
Right.
off the floor. But a gun? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm
So
lucky.
you put your
that-
phone in the microwave.
Yes.
You lost your gun. Would have.
But I got it
would
back,
Have, could
yeah.
have lost your gun. Anything else?
I thought I lost the phone, but it
Well-
was in the car.
So wait, before it got in the microwave.
Oh, yeah. This was at the bar.
Okay. Why do I have a feeling I know which bar this was?
Oh, yeah. You know exactly where it was.
All right. Nice.
What it was, though, is there was live music here at the lovely MF Studio Gallery. And Griff wanted everybody up the fuck out of his space. And was like, y'all got to leave.
You got to go home, but you
Right.
got to get the hell out of here.
So we ended up at Jack's. I was already bent.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Because you were drinking when I saw you.
Yeah.
And that was early.
Yeah. That was, early, 7:30 early. 8. So, and home drinks, when you're pouring your own drinks, they're world stronger. Yeah.
I literally considered I was going to make my little vegan chocolate martini for us this morning, but I was like, I ain't about to do it to you. It was about to be a whole different kind of show.
My thing is I fall to peer pressure. I was that dude. Like when they're like, all the cool people are smoking it, that was me.
I was always the rebel. If everybody doing it, I don't want
Right. I tried not. I do that with like clothing and stuff like that. That's why I don't have any tattoos, because I feel like I'm just copying. Seriously. Like I have no desire to have any tattoos.
I want an entire sleeve.
Why? Do you think you wanted that before you saw people with it?
I mean, I didn't know it was a thing before I saw people with it, right?
But it got really popular in the 90s.
It might have, but it
I'm
didn't.
sorry, the 2000s.
It's 2021 now.
Right. So it's at a 20. I mean, we're to the point where I will hire someone with a lot of tattoos. It doesn't really bother
It
me.
is a different landscape.
Yeah.
I see people all the time, white people specifically, right? Because they were always more clean cut. And back in the day, if you had tattoos, you were a biker or a convict.
Right.
So, and I think about those stereotypes that used to exist. And for us, we were thugs if we had tattoos.
Well, that's the one thing about being fucking black, though. You can't hide, right? because even with tattoos, if you have a job that says you can't have them, or you're facing customers in a way where it's just not cool, you can hide your tattoos.
I mean, you can put makeup on. Yeah, you can cake up.
Yeah.
Cake
I mean,
them up.
unless they're on your neck. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen them people with like the face tattoos and the neck tattoos? No offense. But I'm like, you got a job like that? They probably like.
No,
I
they're
don't want a
artists.
job. I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
a job.
Yeah.
Which I ain't mad at either.
That's a way to push yourself into art. But
That's to make sure you never go back to corporate
Right.
America.
That's when you tell your mom, like, I'm not an accountant.
I am never,
Yeah.
never doing this.
As soon as the tattoo comes above your collar line, you have just said, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to
all
work
of mine
at
are
bars. Right.
Very, very hidden. So
Mhm. Yeah.
it's kind of intentional. But the sleeve would not be. All right. So
Okay.
I suggest we wrap it up for the day.
Okay. Well, that was a very unplanned episode, but
Yeah.
hey, it was
Those are the
powerful.
best ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we can talk about some real stuff next show.
Okay.
Or the previous show.
Or the show.
whichever
Well,
show
listen,
that
that's
we
the
just-
beauty of this.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah, we're learning.
Anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning in to the Good Negroes podcast.
Check us out every week. IGTV, YouTube, subscribe. You like this? Hit the fucking subscribe button. And I cussed at you, okay? You know why? Because cussing gives you a strong impact. And research shows that people respond better. So respond, hit subscribe, the Good Negroes podcast.